Yo guys, Theo here, Uncommon Sense. Today I'll be criticizing Andrew Tate and what could be summarized as the red pill movement. I hope the echo in here isn't too bad. I'm in my new apartment, all the stuff hasn't arrived yet, so it's quite empty, quite a bit of echo. I hope I'm still audible. If this is the first video of mine that you see, you might not be able to fully grasp my perspective because don't let the glasses fool you. This is not going to be your typical NPC mainstream bald man bad, because I heard in the mainstream media he's a misogynist and I never really looked into any of what he's saying in context for myself at all kind of take. No, this is going to be a nuanced take by someone who has seen a few podcasts and listened to Andrew Tate, and he's kind of has a pretty good idea of where he stands on things. Also, as a white Swedish man, I'm saying that because I'm going to be reading a tweet about white men here by Andrew in a minute. And well, being a Swedish white man brought up in this very feminized society where toxic feminism and these ideas about so-called equality has run very wild, and I don't agree with them at all. So I'm going to find myself agreeing with like 80% of what a guy like Andrew Tate says, and I find him funny and charismatic. He's a hard worker, and he gets a lot of things he tells you to do, you should be doing. And there's a lot of good stuff there, but the way I see it, that's part of the problem, kind of. Because if a young guy, such as a previous version of myself, I'm 31 years old today, that has these grievances about society, like seeing the women have become kind of nuts, all these ideas about feminism are kind of crazy, everything is going to hell, and you come across a guy like Andrew Tate, going to resonate with a lot that he's saying, and a lot that he tells you to do is good, and you should do it, work on yourself, hit the gym, all that kind of stuff. But in the whole package that is Andrew Tate and the kind of sphere around him, you're going to get some much more toxic ideas too. The way I see it, when society goes very far in one end, there's going to be a counter-reaction. And the counter-reaction is going to have a lot of legit points because it's criticizing what's become kind of crazy over here. It's just that one extreme, the answer to it isn't another extreme. We want to find some kind of equilibrium in the middle. So when I say toxic masculinity and wounded masculinity, I'm not saying it as typical modern-day feminist would. No, very much as a balanced, healthy, masculine man, in my humble opinion. So I'm going to start here. I haven't prepared any points or anything. I'm just going to read this tweet and comment as I go. So, dear white men, you're fucked. You're being replaced because none of you have children. Even those of you bitching about the replacement online, like little girls, don't find the gumption to fuck. So, the thing is, there is once upon a time, I've been one of these guys on the extreme counter-reaction kind of side, seeing all these, the immigration situation that's quite crazy in Sweden, or many problems related to it, the sort of female supremacy through this feminism, so-called. I ended up being on the extreme end, but I can see now that there's a lot of white men. You feel like, when I'm criticizing all these things, my criticisms are legit, but that's kind of all you do. You're sitting and whining and moaning about immigrants or immigration as a whole, and feminism, females, pointing the finger to everyone, and you might have legitimate criticisms, but who the fuck are you to point the finger to anyone? What are you doing? Are you inspiring women to be better? Are you speaking out about these things in public, in situation where it isn't easy, just online, under the hood of being anonymous? Are you actually doing something about the situation, not on a societal level necessarily, but setting a good example in your life, being the change you want to see? Or are you just bitching and moaning? So yeah, I would have been triggered by this kind of tweet some years ago, but now I don't even identify, well, I am white, but it's not the main way I identify. And I do agree that there's a lot to criticize about this kind of white man. So it goes on. I see white men bragging about having 5 kids as if it's an achievement, lol. 5, lol, per year, right? Oh, all you white boys lost control of your women and now they won't accept multiple wives anymore. Now they tell you they don't want any more kids. One's enough. They don't want to do their God-given job anymore. No, they want Instagram likes instead. So your genetic potential is stumped by the whims of some singular female. A female who takes 9 whole months to grow a single baby. Other races have multiple ovens for bread. We're not cooked. Some bitch is screaming at you about loyalty, and you're sitting there saying, yes, baby. Jerking off to porn when she's asleep, or maybe cheating with a side bitch. Condom on. Oh no, I couldn't get another woman pregnant. My wife would kill me. Total fucking losers. Soon your race will be nothing more than a few pages in a history book, a lesson on what happens when you fuck the female psyche so hard they're obsessed with money and social media as opposed to being one of many baby factories for a king. 30 children minimum for the dons. White people, go talk to your best friend wife about what to do this weekend. Maybe you can take a nice walk around IKEA, enjoy extinction. So the thing is here, this is not the answer. The people should have more children, but first of all, it's just the wounded masculine that wants to have multiple women in this way. And do you hear the way he's talking about this? Like both the women as kind of baby factories, but also children kind of as just, I don't know, little things to be produced. You know, it's not a healthy answer to all of this. It's just a wounded masculine that wants multiple women. I know he's talking about it in a sense as if, no, it's because of reproduction. But needing that, I'm going to get to how I really know this too. But the other thing is, from what I know of Andrew, you know, his dad wasn't around much, and he holds his dad in very high regard, but he wasn't around much, and he also expected a lot from Andrew. Like, nothing he did was impressive. It's just, yeah, that's just what you're supposed to do, you know. And so Andrew learned that the man isn't really around all that much. But the thing is, that's what Andrew is kind of doing. He's trying to impress his now deceased father, really, by everything he's doing. And look, of course, everything, all trauma we pick up from our childhood, it leads to, like, obviously, it's given him a lot of drive, and he's accomplished some very good things too. But the thing is, it's coming from a wounded place. Look, you should have more kids. I think most people have too little kids these days, but you want to be around more. Of course, you're working too, but you want to be around more and set a good example for the kids and give them love, the love that Andrew lacked in his childhood. Because even if we talk about it from some kind of pure Darwinistic perspective, if you're around with your kids and you have 5 kids instead of 30, like he talked about or whatever, you can actually be around and give them the attention and care and love and setting the example in a way that they need to actually go on. Like, now you're setting them off to be in a good path. Like, of course, Andrew, yeah, on some metrics he's extremely successful, but it's not going to go the same for every kid in that situation. Some of them will end up with resentment to their father that ends up, but instead of working super hard to compensate somehow, it's going to be just, you know, whatever, becoming one of these white men even that he's describing, you know, just having nihilist kind of, just having critiques to the world, and maybe just going on drugs and escaping reality, not necessarily pushing you towards working harder. And look, the way I know that it's just a wounded masculine that wants more women, like that's what the human animal does. If we're animals, yeah, then we're just gonna want to fuck everything and reproduce in that way and not be around, like I said, to foster the children and give them love and attention like that. But it is, again, even it's talked about here in the setting of like reproduction, but it is, you need to be validated by having multiple women somehow. You need this from women. And how I know this is because before, when I was this more wounded masculine kind of guy, and I have all these critiques against women and that, at the same time, I really need this validation from sleeping with women. It's a sort of incel mentality, even if you're literally not an incel. Like, I was the kind of guy that it wasn't raining women over me, but I did get laid here and there. And I feel like I need this. But then when I changed my life radically, I noticed, I became the most attractive I ever been. My potential to just sleep with women would have been greater than ever. But I noticed that I don't want this anymore. I just want one good woman to be my wife, life partner, build a family, become best friends. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to be a sort of best friend with your wife. and build a dream team and work together both professionally but in building a great family, okay? So this is what I feel like what Andrew Tate and the kind of red pill sphere is. It's not a good option to what's going on in society right now. They're spreading these ideas about women, first of all, talking about them as if they're kind of baby factories. It's dehumanizing, you know? Like, yes, I believe in more traditional gender roles, but they are people too. Just being ovens for your bread is not all that they are. And yeah, if you have this view of humans in general, it's going to lead to you being immoral in some kind of nasty ways. But also, they're spreading these ideas, like, look, the red pill kind of thing. First of all, I'm a little mad that they have kind of hijacked that dichotomy, because I like it from the Matrix, you know. You're blue pilled, you're living kind of a false reality, and you're red pill, you're choosing to see reality as it is. And many guys will have to learn some tough things about women, that yeah, even with the best women, you're gonna have some things that kind of tricky for you. A woman is gonna be a woman, but it's a spectrum. It's not like all women are like this. And I feel like when Andrew Tate and red pill guys talk about women, they're really talking about a particular type of woman. But not all women care about money and Instagram likes and that. And that's also something, this with multiple wives thing. They don't want, they won't accept multiple wives anymore. Like, do you want to be with a woman that accepts that you are with other women? Because first of all, it says about you that you need to be validated by more than one woman to feel okay. But secondly, are you okay with being with someone that's okay with sharing you? Like, you're mirroring each other here. It says a lot that you're both lacking self-worth. And I promise you, there are great women. I happen to have one. I happen to have an amazing girl. And what she's looking from in me is not money and status and that. You know, of course, you want... I believe in the traditional gender roles, but providing, it's not only about those things. And the women that view it that way, it's just one type. It's a toxic, it's a wounded feminine, you know. And the best kind of woman, they don't care. Of course, they don't want you to be just a slob, you don't work or anything. But what they're looking for mainly in you is not money. These guys, they often talk about women, that all women, they are happy to share the best kind of man, because that's just how they work. I'm telling you right now, the best kind of woman that you actually want to be your wife does not work like that. She has self-respect. She's not going to want to share you with anyone, no matter how fucking much money and status and influence you have. And I just don't think it's good. While you're getting these good, a lot of good messages of work hard, you know, make something out of yourself, you know, go to the gym, work on yourself, don't take shit from women, absolutely. But also you're getting thrown these ideas at you that women are just kind of terrible and all women are like this. And it's talking, I feel like they're often talking about girls and relationships as a sort of material thing, which it's not supposed to be at all. I promise you, if you follow this kind of advice and you start looking at things this way, that's the reality you're going to see, because you're sending out certain signals to the world and you're going to get response on the same frequency. You're going to attract this kind of woman that wants you for money and status and these things, and not you as a person, because of your just personality, who you are, and the love that you give to her. And do you really want that? Do you want a woman as sort of almost like she's employed for you, you know? And she sees herself, yeah, this guy, I'm getting all these things. I'm getting money from him. I'm getting status. I get to be at cool parties with this guy or something. No, it's not what you want. And so I think I'll end the video here. I've been thinking about doing a video on Andrew Tate and the sort of red pill sphere before. And I just wanted to give some takes. I want to tell you that there is a third option that is better. Okay? Like, I hope that you can take like the good thing. That's something I want to tell you too. That never follow one man completely. Because there are many, like if you're following one person completely, you can't possibly be on your path. Because you're not supposed to agree 100% with anything. So please, with a guy like Andrew Tate, see the positive stuff that's there. But see that he is sort of a mirror image. Just because society has gone very far in one direction, doesn't matter that the complete opposite is the right thing. No, take what's good there, like work hard, become the best you, don't take shit from women, be aware that yes, women they will function in certain ways, and you will have to learn to set boundaries and things like this, you know, but find new ones. Like, we're human beings here, not human animals, and yeah. Now, I guess I'm a little tired today. I'm not tying together my last point completely, but yeah, I'd be very interested to hear your input on this. I promise you guys, you can get an amazing, if we're talking about that too, you can get an amazing, great, loving wife that wants you for you, not just because you have acquired a bunch of stuff and status. And she and that kind of woman, she will actually help build you up so that you can acquire some of those things, okay? There's more nuance to it. You are the provider, you're the leader, yes, have kids, but what do you really want here? Think about that. So I guess I'll end the video here. I do coach holistic bodybuilding, that I call it. We use bodybuilding as a self-development tool, because there's no such thing as the body without the person that does the things necessary to acquire said body. So if you're interested, you can send me a DM on Instagram or email me, and I'll give you my different options for coaching. Please like and comment. I'll be very interested to hear your takes, and it helps support the channel, helps more people find my videos, so it's very much appreciated. And please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. Well, I cut out some things I usually said, but it is a mindset, guys. Take the purple pill. You mix the two pills. Peace.